Best Select. Everything you need is right there. O'Reilly Auto Parts has the brake parts and accessories you need at guaranteed low prices. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
Introducing the new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. It's a mix of hand-spun vanilla-flavored soft serve, tasty bits of Lucky Charms cereal, and memories of watching Saturday morning cartoons in your PJs. The new Lucky Charms Shake at Burger King. Relive your childhood in a cup. Maybe it's the magical marshmallow pieces flying up your straw. Maybe it's the magically delicious taste. Whatever the reason, it's a good reason to head over to a Burger King restaurant and try one now. Only at Burger King. Also, try the Fruit Loop Shake now at Burger King. Shakes available for
the following moment is brought to you by Mega Millions. For just $1, you could be 6 numbers away from your moment.
Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $186 million. It's summertime, but it's not too late to get in shape for beach season. And Age Management of West Michigan can help you look your best this summer. Age Management's weight loss program is a three-phase program. Body fat down, plus I dropped over 6 inches from my waist. Good for you. Fat lines, okay? So you'll be losing the weight the correct way in the long run. Give them a call today, 616-808-2695. They'll give you a free consultation and tell you how you can get started today. Check them out online at agemanagementmi.com for more information, as well as testimonials from people who have completely changed their lives. Once again, Age Management of West Michigan, 616-808-2695. Give them a call and look your best this summer.
At Spectrum Health, we inspire, innovate, and impact every single day. Your health. It moves us to help you live your best life. We care about you, and we need us to care for you. We create ways to keep you well, in and out of our hospitals. From trials to school health programs. It's the reason our offices are accessible and our health plan is affordable. Why you can visit a doctor online or have a physical therapist in your living room. And that kind of thinking is having an impact. Like attracting some of the world's top specialists here to join us in the part of Michigan Spectrum Health calls home. Helping you pursue health in every way is why we do, well, everything. Because you, your family, and our communities mean everything to us. To learn more about our inspired approach to care, visit spectrumhealth.org. Spectrum Health. Inspire, innovate, impact.
What's important to you in a financial advisor?
You truly do get unbiased advice in an independent firm.
Call or go online to mosaicwealthmanagement.com.
Find someone who speaks your language.
Listen past the headlines. Let's build a portfolio around you. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you may keep getting the same result. Call 949-0900 for Mosaic Wealth Management in Grand Rapids.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Say it
Huge here for my good friend Dan Hickey at Fence Consultants. Now, Dan and his family are connected to a lot of high schools throughout West Michigan, and that's why we have partnered to present the Fence Consultants West Michigan High School Coach of the Year. We'll make that announcement at the end of July. You can nominate your local coach now at WBBL.com. Log on and tell us about that special coach and your community and he or she could be the Fence Consultants West Michigan High School Coach of the Year.
your West Michigan sports leader, 107.3 WBBL-FM, Greenville, Grand Rapids, a Cumulus station. Show of hands, who's going to be the one that tells them that triathlon isn't a real sport? Anybody? Anybody? The Eric Zane Show on 107.3 WBBL. High star, through.
Hundreds of thousands without power. It just sounds epic to say. Hundreds of thousands of people without power. the whole thing.
Marissa Tomei is playing Aunt May.
Marissa Tomei. She could be my Aunt May.
Yes!
She's really good in this movie as well. So anyway, it's PG-13, a friendly PG-13, okay? I don't know why it wasn't PG other than, it's got some action violence, okay? And so anyway, 2D, 3D, D-Box, IMAX 3D, it's got it all this weekend. $100 million is what it's tracking. So it'll be number one by far.
That's impressive.
And, rest in peace, Stan Lee's wife passed away. We got that
like
news
last night.
overnight, right?
Yeah.
Stan Lee, of course, makes his appearance as he always does in a Marvel movie, so we get to see him. And